You're all right.
Yes.
Jack, you should be in a hospital.
Oh, you could forget that idea.
Because of how this happened. Jack, when is this going to stop? When I get a phone call late at night or I read about you in the newspapers?
Please, Stacey, give me a break. It's a little late for all this, don't you think? I know what the hell you're doing here.
Because I can't stand to see what you're doing to yourself.
Well, you don't have to anymore, do you? That's the message behind the divorce papers, isn't it?
Then think about your son. What kind of father is JJ going to have if you continue acting like this? Or are you going to be around at all?
You'll be better off without me. It'll be less confusing.
I can't believe you mean that.
Why not? Rick has stepped into every other role in my life. Just go away, Stacey.
No. I am getting you to a doctor. And I'm doing it for JJ, not for you, so you can have him to thank one day. If you're even around anymore.
I don't need your fake pity. Now, you just get the hell out of here. You just leave right now. I don't want you.
Jack. Jack! Jim, help! Jack.
Stacey, the ambulance is on the way. Thought I was still dreaming.
You've been asleep for quite a while. The doctor gave you something for your pain.
It's good stuff. For a minute there, I didn't know where I was. Thought I was at home. Thought we were still together.
No, we're not, Jack.
I need you, Stace. I still need you so much. I came for my laptop computer.
It's still up in your closet.
I'm hoping I'll need it for work.
You got a job?
Well, I'm trying to convince Clay to let me manage the cosmetics line I bought in England.
Jack, that's great.
If he goes for it, I'll be working around the clock. Of course, I'd still like to see JJ as much as possible.
Yeah, we can work something out around your schedule.
Good. You look great, Stace.
Thanks.
You're beautiful. Radiant. I'm sorry, I just haven't seen you in a long time. I haven't had the chance to tell you that you're very lovely. I'll get my things. The house looks great.
Oh, thanks. I've learned how to juggle things between work and the baby.
I always knew you could handle anything.
You did.
Well, sure. Guess I didn't say it much. Stace.
Jack, look, I don't want to get into everything again, okay?
Stacey. I need to talk about this. I'm tired of feeling guilty. I want to put it behind me. I'm not making excuses anymore. I'm through with that. I know I hurt you terribly, but I could never hurt you like that again. I wish you'd give me a chance to prove that I've changed.
You don't have to prove anything to me.
I love you, Stace.
But I can't trust you.
I'll earn the trust back. We belong together, and you know it.
Please go.
Remember how happy we were here in this house? That's what keeps me going. I'm not going to give up on you. I'm not going to give up on us. Ever.
This tea and noodles, Jack, you shouldn't have taken JJ like that. I had already made arrangements for him.
Did your arrangements include having him bounced all over the offices of Alden Enterprises?
What?
Did your arrangements include leaving him with Gwyneth, who isn't qualified to care for a canary, let alone a child?
Jack, of course not. Mrs. Kelleher was there to take care of him. He was going to the zoo.
Oh, yeah, I heard all about the zoo. Going to the zoo with Rick. But Rick had to rush off somewhere, unexpectedly. And he got so excited about his trip, he just dropped JJ and took off.
I had no idea.
I assumed that you didn't. I also know that if you were in my shoes, you'd have done the same thing and gone to get JJ. Wouldn't you?
Yes. Where'd all this stuff come from?
Rebel's department store.
You bought all this?
Well, they're not giving it away.
Well, Jack, why? All you have to do is borrow my stuff if he stays overnight again.
Stacey, he will be here often.
How often?
Well, I figure at least every other weekend, certain holidays, a good part of the summer. Why, is that a problem?
I just never really thought of it in those terms.
Well, exactly what terms were you thinking about?
Oh, I don't know, you know. Alternate weekends or alternate holidays or something.
Those are grandparents visiting hours.
Well, I had no idea that you wanted him to sleep overnight here.
I want time with my son. I want to share his nights as well as his mornings. I want to be there to comfort him when he has a nightmare. I want him to know that I'm going to be there to protect him. I'm his father, Stacey. Nothing that transpires between you and me, or you and Rick, is going to change that fact.
We, have to work all this out, okay? You just can't come to my home and take him whenever you choose.
Well, why don't we let the lawyers work it out? And let's make sure they include a clause that says the party of the first part will inform the party of the second part when she's about to leave town suddenly.
Okay. I'm sorry about that. I had no idea I had to take this trip. My editor just called me and asked me to come to New York.
How did it go?
It was fine. You know, they liked my revisions.
I mean, how was New York? Do anything special?
No. No, you know, just work, nothing special. Mary and I got a lot of work done.
Mm-hmm.
Look, Jack, I'm sorry, okay? I had no idea anything like this was going to happen. Mrs. Kelleher has been JJ's sitter since he was just born, you know that.
I also know that Mom likes to keep him.
Frankly, I really didn't want to have to deal with her. Every time I'm in the same room with her, she feels the need to lecture me.
Yeah, me too.
What?
She lectures me too. She's a born reformer.
So you understand why
I understand that you have a life just like everyone else, and that you're entitled to it.
So you don't want to fight with me about this one?
I don't want to fight with anyone, Stacey.